Hey guys, today we're going to talk about saddling our horses. A lot of times at clinics or just in general, I see people like pretend this is their horse's back. They're fighting with it and they're trying to throw it up there and their stirrups getting caught. So then they'll grab that stirrup, throw it over their saddle, which is fine. And then they kind of do this kind of number and they're kind of throwing it on and they flop that stirrup over. And there's a whole lot of commotion. It can make your horse uncomfortable and unconfident with that saddling process. So what I like to do, put that saddle up in my hip, grab the front of my saddle. If this is my horse's back, I'm gonna aim for up here. I'm gonna get that saddle swinging. As that saddle comes up, I'm gonna step forward with my left foot and I'm gonna pivot. So I'm gonna get that saddle swinging, aim high, pivot, set. That way it comes up, you clear the withers, and you set it on their back so it's much more comfortable for them. I'll do this on my horse also, but when you're taking your saddle off of your horse, what a lot of people do is they just kind of grab it and drag it. So that puts a lot of torque on that horse's withers. So I like to grab the horn, pick it up off the withers, and then grab the back, and then I can drag it down. Practice saddling a fence a few times, swing it, set it, so you get used to the motions and you get used to the weight before you start throwing it on your horse's back. People say all the time, but Richard, you're 6'4", 6'5". It's so easy for you to saddle your horse. So let me show you how to saddle your horse from your knees. So it's as simple as get your saddle string swinging, set it up on their backs, and that's how you can saddle your horse from your knees. All right, so now we've got the horse. You'll see that I'm standing on the right side of my horse. There's a reason why I'm standing on the right side of my horse. But before I tell you, I'm gonna get those saddle strings swinging. I'm gonna pivot off my right foot. I'm gonna aim high, set that saddle on my horse. And your goal is for that offside stirrup not to slap him and scare him when it hits that far foot. You'll notice my horse is standing here with that rope draped over her neck. I very, very rarely will saddle a horse tied. You can get into a big wreck sometimes when they're tied. If your horse won't stand tied or won't stand with the rope just over their neck, you can just drape it over your arm as you saddle them. Going back to the withers, I'm not just gonna grab my saddle and pull it. See, I'm pulling it off her and she's like, hey, that's kind of hurting my withers. So I'm going to pick up and bring my saddle off as opposed to just dragging it off. So that's a little bit about saddling to make it a little bit more pleasurable for your horse and you're not clanking and banking on them. Thanks for watching.